Back on
Welcome
track.
everybody at the Artist Coaching Podcast. This time with a working mic. I
The
don't
most
know.
professional podcast in the
No,
history of podcasts.
I know what happened. I actually checked, but I had my mic in the first input, and somehow no signal came in. So I put it in the second, and this one worked. So I think one is broken or something. I don't know.
It can happen to
It's hard to
you.
find the right hole.
Yep,
Man, that's the truth.
Or-
for
Right there.
some. For some.
Everybody's gone. You should put in the Discord that we're live again. I don't see anyone.
Is it the same? Oh, dude, this is.
It's amazing, man. Mistakes happen.
But is it the same live stream link? Let me see, because I think that's always the same. But let's just see.
Okay. Jopke, do you make so many mistakes as well, or is it...
Not in my personal life. In my
Okay, there we
professional life,
There we go. I think we should be the first people coming in. What's up, Martin Stevenson, Ben Singh, Lion Harris? Good to see you here. I hope my voice sounds warm as always. The mic
Buenos
is fixed.
dias.
Buenos
amazing.
dias. Melodramatic, buenos dias. Bit3, buenos dias. Good to have everybody in the chat. Gerard Francis, the boy is back. How have you guys been?
Good
Yeah,
again.
very good. A little bit annoyed by the organizer of this podcast, but yeah, for the rest, it's okay.
Honestly, not on me, as in the setting said that it was there. It was just not working.
It's never you, man.
It's not on me. And
It never is.
yeah, it never is. Yeah. How have you guys been? Good things?
Just busting your balls.
Always
No.
new things. ADE is around the corner, so it's always good to have something to present during ADE. So working hard.
Now you should say, I've got loads of new shit coming up, man.
I won't say that. I don't like to brag about music unless I actually have it release planned. So stay tuned for all.
Stay tuned.
I always hate the DJs that go like, I have so much music coming up, and then they devote a whole post to it, and then you never see those tracks they preview or anything again. And I always like, hey, this is a track. It will be out then. So if you don't have anything to say, don't say it.
Don't.
Man.
Just don't.
But it's
Just
also a
do.
nice thing sometimes about social media. So I'm also not totally against it, because it's nice to sometimes just throw, hey, I'm working on this. What do you think? Just to get a bit of interaction and feedback. So
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
a hater. I'm a half hater.
Our
Okay.
album actually was supposed to come out like 2 weeks ago, but it never did. And but
2 weeks ago? Was that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
original
but
planning?
that was the plan like 9 months ago. But
okay.
the plan now is we're aiming for maybe February, March,
Next year?
Oh wow!
maybe April, and it's also we it's a little bit different now, and we're in a kill your darlings phase of choosing what music we want to be heard on there,
And
and it's gonna be
what's the reason for taking quite long? Is it just to have it perfect, or do you really feel like it needs some time?
Well, no, it's more the mission of it and the sound that we want to display. What do we want to tell? Why an album? I mean, it's
Good question.
well, we want to communicate something with it. That it's a new time, a new day of age in which we do different stuff than 10 years ago, and we want to bundle it in an album, so it's pretty clear what we stand for nowadays. We had an interesting collab, a studio session yesterday with Dian, who is like one of the main hard techno guys, and we found this little area in which our sounds like overlap, and
Blend.
yeah, it's an interesting one because we do so. We will never play a record of his, but we like his music and vice versa. So then it's really challenging to find some common ground. But if you
Hmm.
do, that's the weird, funny shit that actually is unique.
Good segue. As in last Friday, we hosted the Collab Lab here in the Artist Coaching Studio, and where I invited multiple clients, about 8 people, 8 producers from all over the world. as in mostly Dutch. One guy from Spain, I guess. He came over and they had like studio sessions all day in the studio together. And the idea behind it was that, as in like put people into the studio with each other to experiment different genres and like go outside of your comfort zone. And I truly believe that that's where most of the magic happens with music production.
Yeah, although both of us are not set out to do a different genre. And it has to be within that
Yeah.
bracket that you play, you know? I
Yeah, but
mean, we're
like
not going to make drum and bass all of a sudden.
it's about adding that 20% that kind of changes your sound a little bit to a different, not necessarily completely different genre. It's still a Bassjacker sound, but with a different layer on top of it or something. That's what I mean.
Yes, realms we've never threaded and
Exactly.
undiscovered, unexplored areas of the
Yes.
dance landscape. And well, it was
Hey,
interesting.
and let me look it up here. We have got another donation coming up from Melodramatic,
Hey,
dropping
let's
50
go.
bucks in the stream. Another, is it beer money?
Coffee
Afternoon
money.
brew. Afternoon brew. Okay.
Afternoon brew.
Thank you again, my man. 2 weeks down till ADE, and then you'll be here in Amsterdam. I actually have some news for you, but I'll tell you in private. I actually have been to the Stamp Studios yesterday.
Oh, how
Nice.
was
How
it?
was that?
Cool. I haven't been there before. It's actually pretty fun to visit. It's a really nice building, very cool studios. A lot of nice people there, and I had the big tour, as in they showed me everything. That theater room is also pretty impressive. That Dolby Surround studio, it's pretty cool.
I've never been there.
Yeah, it's a cool place, honestly. So I had a cool meeting there, but I can tell you more about that in a few days, I guess. That's going to be interesting. But it's nice to have been there, because it's always fun. Like you enter these studios and like, oh yeah, I know this from Instagram, right? All these stamped
Mm.
artists post the same stuff, or at least the same venue, and it's fun to be in the real room. So that's where
And
I
now you're
was
all
yesterday.
like, what? The speakers aren't even connected.
Yeah, there's no cables. What
It's
the?
all cardboard. It's all for Instagram.
It's just green screen. Why are all the
Yeah,
studios green?
it's just like 5 rooms with a green screen in it.
It's just one room with a green
Yeah,
screen.
just one
Why
room.
would you have 5 rooms indeed? Just one.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it's
Can I
fun
make
to
music
meet
here?
it.
It's like, no, dude. What do you think? It's just for
Yeah,
recordings for
just
Instagram.
Music?
sit down. We'll put
Dude.
something on the back screen. Like, don't worry. Yeah.
The future, dude. Hey, I'm telling you now. If you, hey, this is actually a good idea. I'm throwing it out there because I'm not gonna do it. Just make like one of those buildings where you can hire a green screen, and there's like several green screen spaces. There's like a streaming one and a DJ set one. Just
For
There
DJs
are
only.
loads of those rooms.
well, I don't
Yeah,
know
like
where they are, and you should
No,
brand it as
we
like
actually
the.
used one in, I think, LA during COVID.
Mm. Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean in Holland, Europe. I
Well, you
don't.
can rent ours. We
yeah,
have a
you have a
green
green
screen here
screen.
outside. Yeah.
They have a DJ
Do you
booth
rent
with a
it
green
out?
screen.
Yeah. To you
Smart.
we do.
To
For
you,
the
I
as
will.
long as you
I will
pay.
special
use it.
price.
Special price for you, my friend. $50 per hour. It's all yours.
Let's go.
Bring your own gear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bring your own coffee for
Bring your own
that
DJ booth.
kind of amount.
Bring your own DJ booth. Anything. Yeah. No, but I think that's actually, it could be a good idea, especially with live streaming coming up. Like figuring out how to work with a green screen or having one at home, maybe even could work. You see
I
a lot
don't
of those.
feel like green screens are the thing now.
You could make them pretty cool if you use them correctly for a live stream. Oh, Ralph's gone.
Well,
Yeah, it was my
Now it's your mic.
your mic
That's
dropped
fucked
out.
up.
Classic.
Ah, this will be one of the best podcasts ever. Yes, Bastic also says green screen boiler room vibes, all for Insta. Yeah, you can actually make pretty cool content for Instagram when you use a green screen.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, Like you can
I
be as
mean,
creative as you want.
it's with AI and with what you see now with Sora. I think Sora had an update, but it's like you can't sometimes tell if something is real or not anymore. So then you can make
Sora is sick, man.
a background that's crazy.
The new
Um,
Sora is actually very sick.
insane, insane.
It's very insane.
It's
You
gonna
can
be
upload
like
your own face.
it's gonna be very interesting how like internet consumption will work because I was watching this like on ride of a Titanic, like attraction park ride, and I'm like, where is this? This looks crazy. They had built like the Titanic on scale, and like you go through this, and then like halfway, I see like the Sora emblem,
Yeah,
and I'm like, of course it's AI, but it's so hard to tell. It's like
yeah.
it's gonna reach crazy levels. It's already crazy, and
It
then
already
it's only
does.
gonna get
Yeah.
more crazy.
What's even more weird, I think, is you can upload your face and then you can paste it onto whatever you kind of want, as in movie clips or whatever you think is funny or cool or whatever you do. And there's already a lot of crazy examples from that, but it's could also be very scary, obviously. But it's the quality is like amazing. It's
Yeah.
very good. But anyway, as a green screen, I think as an artist, you could use it for live streaming in some kind of way. If you could do like cool stuff with it, that could help.
Now, what you see
Definitely.
nowadays a lot, also on TikTok and Instagram, but also on YouTube, is that people have these either a very cool setting, like Circle always did. They had
Yeah,
the best settings everywhere.
yeah.
And I saw Oliver Heldens play somewhere in Argentina, I thought, with a guy
No,
that
that's
barbecued.
oh yeah, no, I
And
thought
but
he played at Dubai or something
no,
on
with a
that
big
rooftop.
landscape. No, the
New
rooftop was
York,
actually New York,
New York,
and
yeah,
yeah, that's cool to be at. But then you also have people that play in the kitchen of the Asian cuisine. I don't know
yeah.
where. You have Hur, the bathroom thing.
What?
It's HUR. Yeah, you're
Oh,
actually thinking of something different, but that's you.
in the bathroom. Oh yeah,
Self-release.
and you have the one in
Hey!
the and you have the one in the elevator. It's also something I see coming by. And there's this trend coming, well, not coming up actually right now, like those coffee shop parties. Have you seen those? I think it's
No,
mainly
but
in
there
L.
it's like everywhere, and also
Yeah,
so
it's like morning
people.
parties.
Oh,
So people go
yikes!
rave in coffee shops in like 9 a.m. and stuff. And I think it's LA in that corner.
Do they rave there?
Yeah,
They
like they
do.
build party in coffee shops.
Okay,
Pretty fun actually.
yeah. And I saw somebody that had a flat car that was just driving around, and they set up a DJ booth and
That was
they
Luke.
played.
Luke did that.
No, it was definitely not Luke. It was a
Oh,
duo.
Luke did
Luke
it.
put his face on it with AI.
No, yeah, no. Luke was in the back of a car with the little mixing thing he
Yeah.
uses.
And
Yeah.
Henry Fong also did it. I think that's also LA. I'm not sure. Yeah, interesting stuff is happening. So as a producer, you can be, and as a DJ, you can be as creative as you want these days to set yourself apart from the other DJs
You
out
could
there.
always be as creative as you wanted.
Yeah, but now you have more tools, as in
Yeah, I know. I
there's
know what you mean. I know.
more ways to
It's
utilize
easier
it.
to be creative.
Yeah, kind
I
of.
don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. For some people, it's harder because there's so many options now. I think
that
sometimes
could
to limit
paralyze.
yourself could also be good. I think, but one limit is time. If you put a timer on, this will work. Put a
Yeah,
deadline.
that's actually
Magic things happen.
it's actually what I used in the during the Collab Lab last week as well. Like it kept at like 4 hour sessions. So a duo had 4 hours to work in, and that also kind of helps to come up with something because the timer is on, and you have to deliver something because after those hours, like you have to go home or whatever you do. So that also, I must say, the results were pretty good, like decent results after just 4 hours. It's very nice to see. Yeah, and John and Mr. Smith also says, or put your studio outside, go running to make music. Have you ever seen that? It's what he does. Like John and Mr. Smith, he does live streams while running. So he runs marathons and he does like full live sets during his marathon.
Sick.
So he has built like this stick with an iPhone on it and an iPad and a live stream and everything. So he just runs with a 360 camera and he produces the whole live set live. It's pretty insane.
On his phone.
On his phone and on his
But he's DJing, right?
yeah, a live set. So he creates the beats himself.
On a phone.
Yeah, and a mini iPad, I believe. You should check it out on YouTube. It's pretty sick. And he does these runs through cities, through woods, through beaches, like everywhere.
Okay.
Pretty cool to see and pretty impressive, as in during a marathon. Oh, 2 phones, he says. 2 phones.
Techno running.
Almost daily. That's also pretty insane.
Yeah, he must eat a lot.
Yeah, well, he's actually fit. Cubase and a controller, he says. That's how it works. Anyway, if you haven't seen it yet, go check out John and Mr. Smith on YouTube.
Techno running, it's called. You should John and
Yeah.
Mr. Smith Techno running. It's actually I'm not listening to it now, but I'm looking at it. It looks awesome. Like don't run into anything, but it's
Yeah,
awesome.
there's actually some bloopers where he actually fell during the running and stuff. It's pretty fun. Anyway,
Anywho,
guys, Renzo did a preparation for us, but this is more for you, as in we wanted to talk a bit more. We wanted to talk a bit more about like the mental side of things, and since that's probably not your specialty or experience, you might want to ask me some questions. So if you have some questions, like
why wouldn't that be a
have?
specialty? As if we don't have mentality.
You
or
do have
mental.
mentality.
I mean, we have brains and stuff.
But I mean,
We
like
don't cognitive.
experiences with burnout or something, you probably, as long as I know, you don't.
Well, you never know. I mean,
I don't know.
no, but do you have to be somebody who experienced a burnout to talk about it?
No, definitely not.
No. So
well, I have some questions for you then. If you
For
don't
you,
want
I
to
had a
ask me.
question.
Oh, ask me.
Oh.
You quit your DJ career. That's pretty like a hard stop. Like,
Yeah.
wasn't it an idea or like to change how you did things? Like just take a few months off and regroup and redo it, or what made you? What? Why wasn't that possible, and why was it like a hard quit?
It definitely was possible, and I think for most people that could work, because I think for most people where they get stuck, it's more like changing little things in your life and you'll get back on track. But for me, it really felt more like I was living 2 different lives, as in I wasn't living the life I wanted to live. So every kind of way that I could figure out to keep doing this wasn't comfortable for me. So that's why I decided to say I'm just going to quit. And that's also probably why I've never really missed it, because otherwise I think I would have missed it afterwards in some kind of way. So for me, I really didn't feel like there was another option. But for other people, there might be. Yeah, it's not like everyone should go cold turkey.
Follow-up question, and I also really wondered this. It's like, aren't you afraid that not doing that, continuing your career or something, or how you live now is the comfort zone? Or how do you make sure you're not like in the dangerous comfort zone, if you know what I mean? So like that you don't
Stagnating.
regress and stagnate, and
Yeah.
because I
Well,
can also see it as or like that maybe the DJing was the way and you chose comfort, but I know that's not the case, but maybe
No,
that's something
partly.
you struggle with.
Partly because the DJ life, the touring life, pushed me into a position to develop myself on like turbo mode. As in, I was just this young little kid trying to figure out the world, trying to figure out myself, and being a DJ, traveling on your own, being in new cities, new countries, meeting new people every week. That takes a lot. As in, it really pushes the boundaries for yourself, and you get to know yourself in a lot of different ways. So that helped me a lot. But it also drained me in a lot of ways. So yes, taking the boring life, as I call it right now, is comfort. but I don't stagnate, especially because I have artist coaching, and that's where I can find the growth right now, and that's where I can find new passion and motivation and inspiration. So there's like a new outlet, you could say. It's not like that. It was gone for like 2 years, but now it's back. Um, so I still feel like I'm growing, and I still feel like my life is growing. I'm definitely not stagnating at all. It's just different. It's just I couldn't really handle the tempo that I needed to grow in as an artist, to be honest.
I also think for a lot of people, you have to be aware it's a highly competitive world.
Yep.
And to be honest, nowadays it's even more competitive than 10 years ago or 15 years ago. And
Hmm.
I think it's not for everybody.
It's top sports. It's really
Uh, no,
no, but like
but
the you should be fit. You should be taking care of your health, like your physical health, your mental health. There's a lot of pressure the bigger you get, right? The shows become
yeah,
bigger, the stakes become higher. James Hype just posted a video about his Ibiza residence. Did you see it?
Didn't see it.
That's where he kind of explains like that nailing a Ibiza residence is great, but in that video he shows like what it costs in terms of money and in terms of time and investment, and then you kind of see like holy shit, it's not just you get to play there every week. No, it's a whole business. It means like hiring 7 people to be there every week. You need to house them in a hotel or apartment. You need to book flights every week. It's like a whole thing behind the screens that
definitely.
most people.
No, it's
Yeah.
a lot of people involved. You're making it sound now as if James Hype books all the flights for everybody, but
No, no, no.
no, what's important is that you gather around yourself a good team, which is
Yeah.
versatile and not just people that nod yeah the whole time. I mean, the bigger you get also gives you like economies of scale. The more you can outsource, I think it's harder for people or DJs that are maybe a few years pushing against a ceiling of like really breaking through. I mean, that's the point where you don't have so much money or options yet. You're
Hmm.
usually everybody's investing everything back, and you have to do a lot yourself. That's the hard point. But
Yeah.
the bigger you get, yeah, I mean, people expect stuff of you. I think also you expect a lot from yourself.
Hmm.
The music business also demands that you don't stay as good as you are, but always get better. And yeah, it's that can be mentally, yeah, it pushes you
Yeah, and
in a lot of aspects.
always available as well. And I think that's also for someone like James Hype. He can say no to shows, but he will disappoint his entire team, and his entire team is going to make less money, and that also puts a pressure
Yeah,
on him.
I don't really agree with that point because if you surround yourself with good people, I mean, they're good enough to
N-
make it elsewhere as well.
True, true.
They are. I mean, you never have to drain yourself for
No,
your
and they
team,
Yeah.
you need a team.
and I'm pretty sure they don't want you to either.
I
So
know, true, but
uh,
still, even if they are like the nicest people, the best, and they will never push you, you still feel that pressure of, hey, he's gonna make less this month because I don't want to do that show out of my
Yeah.
comfort. So you, even if you have the people that don't care at all if you say yes or no to a show, there's always going to be that pressure. There's always going to be the pressure of your agent, of your manager, of your tour manager. And it's not like they put pressure on you or they expect things from you, but you feel that. You feel that
Yeah.
kind of pressure
Subconsciously.
going on. And
no,
Yeah.
that's
that's true, and that's definitely 100% true. But that's also the point. It's always you have to tweak the knobs as you go. I mean,
yeah,
if you decide to do less shows, it should never be then the result that somebody doesn't earn enough to get around
true.
and they can
True.
pay his rent and or her
Yeah.
rent. And I mean, then you have to yeah, look at your rewarding system and make it a little bit different. I mean, some managers are earn a percentile of what you make, and and if somebody then goes down from 20K to 12K a month, hey, that also can happen. That's a risk of the business, but nobody should like fall between a minimum and
No.
No.
live in London and then earn 2K a month, which is your rent basically.
The thing,
So
there's this
yeah.
quote that I really love about this, which is you get big by saying yes, you stay big by saying no. As in, the only way to really get high, to climb up the ladder, is to take all the opportunities and do as much as possible to kind of put yourself into the picture. But where I see clients as here with artist coaching as well, like the bigger clients burning out, is because they keep saying yes at a high level. So they're already there, and then they still try to please everybody, take all the gigs that come in, and that just completely drains them, because there is a point where the amount, where the request just becomes too big, in
Yeah,
terms
and
of gigs, in terms of remix opportunities, in terms of meetings.
yeah,
And there is a point where you start having to say no, otherwise you'll drain yourself.
I think there's also a point where you become big enough, which I never had, that you have a lot of friends that run festivals and friends that run clubs, and your agent is your friend, and they're always trying to sell you shows. They're constantly
Yeah,
trying to sell you into the big show that you want to do for them, and then you get that more of a
yeah. But
friendship
you,
where
you
it's
what you
also
just what you just said, like friends, that's probably the
yeah.
tough part of this industry. Relationships, business relationships become friends over time, and that's where it kind of
Or
gets
do
vague.
they?
Yeah, but exactly, like that's where it kind of becomes vague,
Yeah.
because it feels like a friendship, but in the end, it's real
Yeah,
business.
yeah, it's real business, but I think that's part of any. That's also going forward. If you gonna work with a friend, make very good. Like you're starting out and you need a tour manager. Make very good afspraken. Why can I get
Deals,
deals?
agreements.
Agreements on pay and on hey, the tour manager is coming for the money, and be open about that. And like I think from what I've seen from like Ralph and Marlon, the way they communicate about that, from what I've seen there, that's very healthy and like very open. Like, hey, we're in this to, it's our job. So,
Yeah,
but because it can also
Yeah,
happen
but
with
it's not
friends
only
that
that. Well, I mean, no, but you have to just, I mean, see it as it is and be critical about yourself, but also the opportunities. I mean, we say no to gigs all the time. When the
yeah.
ticket pricing is too high in our respect, then we say no.
If the
Even though
ticket
if we,
pricing is too high, so if the club owner asks too high of a price for the
yeah,
tickets,
yeah,
you
yeah,
mean?
then we don't do it. In
Why is
our
that?
opinion, yeah. No,
Why is that?
because I mean, no, nobody should have to pay too much of a price. I mean, it needs to be value for money. I mean, you have to
Mm.
be critical about all aspects. If
yeah,
the routing is not right, then we also say no. And I mean, opportunities will come down the lane anyway. Anyway,
You mean
yeah,
routing for traveling? So if you have
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
LA on Friday and a gig in Shanghai comes in on Saturday, the routing probably doesn't work
You're
out.
gonna
So
have a hard time
yeah,
to
yeah,
even be there on time.
yeah.
But I
I
get your
think I
point.
think LA Shanghai isn't the best example because I think that's
No,
pretty
but
doable.
I get
No,
your
but
point. It
yeah,
shouldn't be too much. And
Yeah, yeah,
sometimes you can choose it because, I mean, if, I mean, there can also be tough weekends. Most of the weekends aren't particularly really tough, but
mm,
some are. And you don't want to have three of them stacked in line with each other.
yeah,
But if you have like first weekend Europe, weekend nothing, and then a tough weekend, hey, I mean everybody has tough
yeah.
days.
yeah.
I
But I
actually
think
had a I
okay.
actually had this conversation with one of my bigger clients as well, and he also said like he just had a really tough week, as in a big tour. And he also said, like, most of the times I don't struggle with traveling and the touring. I said, but this week, this intensity, that's just, those are the weeks that kind of kill you, which were like 7 gigs in 7 days throughout one
Who
continent,
had
and like,
7 gigs in 7 days?
yeah, I can't say, but he's like, intense travel schedules, almost no sleep. Like that's not healthy at all. But in, as you said, like in most cases, a regular weekend is pretty doable. It's like intense for 1-2 days, but the
It's
rest of the week is still
what
slow.
makes it hard, especially if you're just starting out and you see like, hey, we have this week set up for summer, or like, hey, this offer comes in, you can just make that flight, and you're like, oh, whatever.
Yeah,
You're like
exactly.
at home and you're like, yeah, whatever, that sounds good. And then the week comes and you're like, oh shit, I didn't
Yeah,
expect this to be.
Yeah.
this intense. But
No, you have to be aware of what you're doing, and
yeah,
I mean
yeah,
we're
but it's very hard
always
to
looking
judge.
at bookings, even when they're down the line. We just discussed a booking that has to take place in April next year, and yeah, we don't just say okay. No, we look at it
But that's
critically.
Yeah.
your experience, I think. That's what you guys been doing
No,
it
but
for so
just
long.
it's common sense.
Yeah, but it's not common
Yeah.
sense if you just start out. If you just start out and you
No,
have a
that's true.
semi hit, you want to do everything. You're like,
Yeah.
yes, put me in
Of
Ibiza next
course.
week in
I
China,
really
and then
struggled with that. As in, I really found it hard back then that if a gig came in 3 months later and I had to fly to a different country the day after, I was like, yeah, sure, let's go.
No,
But as Jay
but
said,
that's
like,
true. That's
it's
true.
hard
In the
to
beginning,
predict
it's different.
it's hard to predict how you feel at that exact moment. So sitting from your couch, you can just say, yeah, sure, I want to do both gigs. And then 3 months later, and actually the weekend itself, you're like, poof, holy shit. I should have thought of this and I should have thought of that. And
No, but
no,
the
it's,
first 2 years of when you are able to tour massively, yeah, you're gonna bump
yeah,
your
it's
head
chaos.
every now and then,
Yeah,
and also not even on the touring and like everywhere.
and the thing about
everywhere.
that and making friends that run clubs and stuff. I mean, a lot of the people I know are friends, but you should always be aware they're in it to make money. So
Hmm.
that's, and if you just talk about that and you just accept that, you can still be friends, but always be aware, like, hey, money is what they're in for. I think that's
Yeah,
also when you like blow up like I did, it can be like a bit of a disappointment, like, oh, they're not booking me anymore. Oh, they're not really replying anymore. But it's not personal. It's just, hey, they're trying to make a living
it's
running a
business. Yeah,
club, so it's like you can't blame them for it, and
yeah.
it's good to be aware of
Guys,
that.
time flies. So,
Community. Oh,
yeah, we first have to do clip of the week, then we go to podcast
okay.
questions. Anyway, every
If
week
it's
you
a
can.
shitty clip,
No, it's
man.
actually pretty good. I liked it.
Okay.
So I like the topic and I like
Is
the
it
way how
mine?
he presented it. So let's
Not
share
mine,
this
right? The
page.
one I wasn't that
No,
interesting.
it's not yours. There we go.
Haven't seen me, and you've been releasing music for 2-3 years, and you got 649 followers, and your last song has got 6 streams. You haven't done the work.
You're right.
You haven't done the work.
Yeah.
My son's really good at baseball. Why'd you say that? Because every time I pitch him the ball in the garden, he hits it.
Good analogy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. You want to now go to LA Dodgers. They just won the World Series. Is that true?
Yeah.
And you want to say to the head coach, you don't even want to go in and see a scout. I want to see the head guy. And say, okay, why are you here? I want you to meet my son. Has he played Little League? Has he done this? Has done that? Does he play for his school? Does he play thing? Oh, no. But trust me, when I throw the ball at him in the garden, he hits, or the backyard, he hits it. Sweet.
Trust me.
Trust me.
Right.
So that's like, bro, there are certain things you have to do before you get to talk to a professional body.
Yeah.
Yeah, can
He's
I
not wrong.
respond?
Yeah, sure.
Can I
That's what it's
disagree
for.
fully? Can I disagree
Sure.
fully? Because this is the thing. Of course, there's partly true. There's nuance here.
No, I
But
always
let's
say
go for it.
he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. But thanks, Ralph.
But
He's not wrong. But this is the thing. Like, this mindset is, in my opinion, why labels are gonna be more obsolete and they're gonna miss out on a lot of opportunity. Because I think labels back in the day used to look for that one special talent. They had people for that, some people that
Mhm.
could spend the time listening to demos with one stream.
Mhm.
And I think that the analogy with the baseball player is like exactly wrong, because, or not wrong, but no, but like I
He's not
think
wrong.
it in sports sometimes it works like that. If someone sees you, like, you can hit the ball like that, um, there can be this moment of, oh wow, you do have this massive talent. There's always this 1 in a million chance, and I get that's why he's not per se wrong, because, like, I get that as a label you got to focus on, hey, what brings us the most chance of success, otherwise we're just wasting money, resources, staff.
Mhm.
But I think you should always have some part that's open to exploring the new,
Yeah.
the unknown, like the talent that's out there somewhere under mom and dad's attic. So
Okay.
yeah.
What about you, Ralph? He's not wrong.
Fuck the suits.
Okay, clear message. Okay, now that we've got that, let's go to the real thing. Hey, quick break. If you're an artist who's serious about growing his career, but you feel stuck and you don't know what to do, you feel overwhelmed, that's exactly what we help you with at Artist Coaching. At Artist Coaching, we offer one-on-one personal coaching for DJs and music producers who want to turn their passion into a sustainable career. Whether you're struggling with finishing your music, building your brand, or just figuring out how to stand out, we've been there and we can help. If that sounds like you, head over to artistcoaching.nl and book your free intake call so we can check where you're at in your career and see if we can help you. All right, back to the episode. Community questions. As always, we take on questions from the community in our Discord server. If you're not part of that Discord server yet, you should be ashamed of yourself. Last week, we actually had someone coming in, which was pretty fun. He said, like, I've been listening to this podcast for so long, and every time you guys mentioned the Discord, I thought, sounds like a great place. And now he finally joined, and he was like, this is great. So, welcome. And if you haven't joined yet, make sure to do so, because you can send in questions every week that we take with us in this podcast. There is a question from Melodramatic. So I dropped an experimental track for me with one of my vocalists that I work with really well. It's not really in the same genre under my current artist name. However, I have gotten a lot of inquiries asking to release it. Should I release it under my current alias or create a whole other brand like Diplo, etc. does and drop it under that? What's the best way to go about releasing it instead of letting it sit on my hard drive?
Yeah, that's can this you can choose multiple strategies. You can either just release beautiful music regardless of what the style is, and or if you want to be known for a certain style, then you should stick with that certain style. And yeah, that's the question that we have to ask Melodramatic. I mean,
I think
we
I
cannot judge about that.
I think the market changed a bit when it comes to this, because I think like when I started so long ago,
Oh,
it
back
was
in the day.
no, but people were like impressed that you were a good producer. So like kind of a little bit of blending genres and everything was like, oh, you can make that. That's awesome. You're part now of the group DJs I like, and you come up with a new kind of genre, but it's still, I'm impressed. And now it's like, I think a lot of people don't really care if you're a really good producer. It's more like, hey, what, like Ralph, the second part said, like, what are you known for? What can I follow you for that? Hey, I mean, I like that song. I want more of that. And if you then release a totally other song, it's like, yeah, well, I might see you again, artist, but I'm not gonna really follow you. And I think if you
Yeah.
really want to get followers, it's to have that consistency. And I think I changed my view on it. Yeah, the last few years for sure, because I used to be like, oh, I'm just gonna make anything and it will work. Well, it doesn't.
Yeah. No,
uh,
same here. Like for
yeah,
me, I think like you want to be consistent as an artist, and the reason for that is people need to know what to expect. You know, people don't like surprises in general. And if I started following you because of your first track, which I really liked, and now the second track is completely different, that might surprise me too much, which could cause me to leave. But if you're consistent with kind of staying within your lane, but slightly making steps outside of that genre and being consistent with that, that could also be a thing. But as long as you're consistent with what you do, that's when people know what to expect. And eventually the goal with that consistency is to build trust between you and your fans. And that trust is essential, because otherwise someone probably won't become a fan, because they need to be able to trust you. That if I will visit you tomorrow or listen to a track of yours tomorrow, will I hear the same thing as I kind of when I got into your fan base? Haven't you changed that much? By the way, the live stream popped out on my end. Is it still working? I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
still
think it
working, I
is.
think.
Yeah.
I do gotta say it's kind of like it never. This question it never feels good because also
There's no
it's
one
an
way.
it's an
There is.
art form and you
Yeah.
never want to limit that. But this is more
Yeah.
strategic
I
thinking.
must
Yeah.
say it's easier in the early stages of your career than it is in the later stages of your career. So I think experimenting is better to do in the beginning than when you're already bigger. Like you, Ralph, mentioned.
I
The reason
experiment,
why,
man, every day.
yeah, but more like you should stick within a certain lane because of
Yeah,
the
definitely.
Bassjacker sound, right?
Yeah, we
And
always ask the question, can we play this? And if
yeah,
we can't,
that's
then okay,
That's
what's
a
the
good one.
use?
I actually gave this same sentence to a client last week. Like the big question you should ask yourself when you finish the song: would this fit into my set? If I would play this, then it's your track, right? Then it fits your sound, whatever that may be. Could go like starting with drum and bass and ending with hard dance. But if that's what your
Mm.
DJ sets are about, like sure, then that's your brand. But ask yourself the question: would I play this in my own DJ set? Because honestly, I've had a lot of tracks that I never played because I just didn't really feel good about it.
And
Weirdly enough.
for if you don't have gigs
Also
yet,
guilty.
or you only play in the local cafe, just pretend to be at Ultra. You know, pretend you have a set lined up at Ultra, because then you're gonna visualize like, hey, what can I play there? Because it's hard if you only play like the local bars to imagine like a whole sound for your set, because you're gonna have to play probably open format or a lot of hits, which is very good for building DJ skill, but for building an artist profile, you really need to be at those specific parties. And I think maybe host your own parties. A lot of DJs also came up with starting
With a
parties
green
for
screen.
100 friends with a
Yeah.
green screen or live stream. But I think
Yeah,
for
you
a
don't
couple
even need
friends,
people to be there. You can just
Yeah, you just take a
imprint them
green
on the
screen.
green screen.
Yeah. Record
Look
in
at
your
all my
kitchen.
friends.
but I think there's a lot of DJs that are big now that started with throwing their own parties. I think Steve Aoki is a great example of throwing raves in LA, and that made him bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And it developed his sound. So,
Here's a
Oui, oui.
question from for Jopke from him.
oh,
I've noticed that you've never paid to work with a co-producer. I was wondering if there was a reason for this, and would you see it as an investment at some point in your career?
who said I never worked with a co-producer?
Who knows?
There's one track that Tom and James also have credits for, but they're not how do you say, named. So
Yeah.
I paid them for it, but it's kind of a co-production. And other than that, I've never really come across something where someone made it and I felt comfortable enough, or like, hey, this fits my sound. Um, I would do it. There's been some collabs where I didn't do, like I did like 20% of the work maybe. But I think it's yeah. So the question, like, is it investment in your career? I think so, but I think you need to be very aware of what you want to put out. And I
Yeah.
think as J Hardware, I want to put something out. Part of J Hardware, I think, is that I do have the vision and do a lot of it myself. I think that would make sense. So if I were to work with someone, I would still be very much involved. And I think that's one of the reasons, like, I never just plain out, like, go like, oh, I want to get a beat from someone. But I think I'm not touring much now, so I can finish a lot myself. I think and I have a feeling I'm going to tour a lot um, in the next coming years, I will work
Does
with
your
someone.
girlfriend know?
Yeah,
Does your-
well, that's still a point of discussion. But I think, like, the way Ralph set it up, and I would love to work with someone constantly
Yeah.
to finish stuff and to throw around ideas, and I think that only helps creativity and is an investment. So, but
Thing
just going
is,
out there and be like, I'm gonna buy a track and slap my name on it, that I
it,
don't see as an investment for
it's
my.
not even so that you just can find somebody that can co-produce with you. I mean,
Yeah,
also, I
you
mean,
have to
we
stumble
obviously
upon it.
work with Renze now all the time. Basically, he's the third bass checker, and we work on a lot of projects together, not only bass checkers, but we got to know him 10 years ago, and actually it took a lot of time and investing into getting him there. But we always just we became good friends, and we always just clicked in the studio. But he also went to college first, and then he was always welcome in the studio. Actually, built one for him, and that was even before the point that he started working with
Hmm.
us. That took about maybe 6 years of knowing each other and working occasionally together. And then was the point when he was done with college that he asked, like, "Can I do this regularly?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, why not?" But yeah, you cannot just go out and look into the world and say, and go to the co-producer store and then just say, let's do this.
Yeah.
And it's also about giving credits, because I mean, we're actually giving him credits uh, from an early stage on. I know a lot of people that work behind the scenes that aren't even credited on the work they do. I mean, we
Hmm.
encounter it now that we work for people, and then we always say we're not going to do it if we're not going to be in the credits. And
Hmm.
yeah, sometimes we missed out on money because of that,
Why is that so important to you?
because it's what we do. I mean, I need to be credited. I think it's you need to be fair in the world and give credits where credits are due.
Hmm.
It's
And
also
if
Okay.
you
your
don't,
resume.
I mean, I don't even get, why wouldn't you? Why would you make it? I mean, it's perfectly normal to
Ego.
work together. I mean, we don't sing ourselves, then we hire a singer. I
Yeah.
mean, if somebody else can deliver me a beautiful melody, should I then not use it because somebody else made it? And
Hmm.
or should I make an effort to make a beautiful track that people can hear? I mean, the latter actually will is more creative than not creating something.
Hmm.
So, I mean, work together. That's when we can make the nice stuff. And yeah, and then give credit where credit is due.
Yeah. True.
And also
I
that's
mean, hey, if you make shit music, but you did it all by yourself while playing with your big toe, kudos, man. But if it's still shit music,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think
let
True.
go of the big toe
vision
and work with somebody.
when it comes to music in general, like vision, that vision for what you want is the most important stuff. So like making it however you do it, because also how you guys work with Renze, it's like you had you saw something in him. You didn't know the exact way it was going to turn out, but you guys had the time and the energy and the money to invest it in him. And now it's paying off. And it's like you said, it's not like you guys were like, hey, you're going to co-produce. It's like, no, we see something in
No,
him, and it can take years. And that's like
quite basically, I liked having him around. He had a good opinion, and
Good
good vibe.
energy.
I actually liked
Yeah.
that
So
a lot.
important.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
important as
yeah.
True.
well.
That's what I was thinking about as well. Like, I'm thinking about starting making some music again, just for fun. In anything from September, when the little kid goes to school as well. I have some spare time left, and that instantly made me think. Like, I don't want to be in the studio by myself. As in, I want to be working with other people, because that's just much more inspiring, much more fun. You know, I've done it myself for such a long time.
Well,
I think I'm better with somebody else next to me.
I think everybody is, and it's
Yeah.
solely for the practical point. If you're making a melody and you're not sure, you're able to ask somebody, "Is
Yeah.
Yeah,
this cool?"
being
And
Instant
then you
able,
feedback.
can put your minds together, like, "Is this cool?"
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
being able to send it to someone and to like bounce ideas off each other is vital. I think is
Yeah.
vital. You cannot. And I think I've done it always, like a lot of times through the internet. Now I'm also doing it in real life here, which is, I think, nicer. But if you don't have anyone around that's a producer, on the internet works as well. But you need
Yeah.
someone that you made something that day. You can send it to them and be like, "Hey, man, what do you think?" And then you even call about it, and that's how you can, yeah, grow. And you
Yeah.
that's how you can collaborate already before you even have a track together. It's like, yeah,
That's what you mentioned last time. Like, we used to do that on Label Looks forum and stuff, but now those things happen in our Discord, and where people
only in
just
our
drop in
Discord.
tracks.
It's
Only
only
in
in our
Discord.
Only
That's
in
Discord.
our
Discord.
the
Discord. So if
only
you're
place
not
on the whole
part of our
internet.
Discord, go to Discord and get to the artist coaching Discord
Exactly.
now.
Click on the link in the description.
Yeah,
By
I
the way,
wanted to say that, but
I was thinking, like, how does this work? How do you go to Discord and find us? Anyway, Martin Stevenson also mentioned something which I always used to do as well, just to figure out if your song is kind of ready to be played. He says, like, I always sync up my songs to Martin Garrix sets to make sure it sounds lit, as in trying to hear how it sounds within a DJ set, right?
yeah, that's cool.
If it stands out, like
So
I
After
actually used to do that
movies.
as well.
After movies, guys. What I sometimes do, Tomorrowland after movie, search where the drop is, or like a cool break, and then you sync that up to your track in the project. And then even sometimes I go to Splice and I put on a crowd cheer sample like
Like,
on the background, and it gives this feeling of, hey, does this work? And sometimes it's
yeah.
really like, no, this doesn't work, man. This drop doesn't hit. It's really funny how that, and it just gives you like the energy of like, hey,
To be
this
honest,
is cool.
like almost all of my drops have crowd under it. Sometimes in
Always
the
like
break.
standard.
Yeah,
The secret sauce. Here we
The
go.
secret juice.
yeah.
Smart.
Just to kind of create that
You know,
feeling
we
of the
actually
audience.
we put that's years ago. We put the hey ho very softly under a track, and Marlon didn't even know. And then he played out that track, and people started to do the hey. Oh, it actually worked. So yeah, it was
Yeah,
funny.
somebody has to be the first one.
Oh, but
Even though
there's loads of tracks that have crowd noise under it. Yeah,
I've
like
heard it before,
loads.
but yeah, it's actually a good trick because it kind of
I
creates
mean,
the
it's really
energy.
retro. In the 90s, it was standard practice. And because 90s are hot right now, I mean, a lot of the people actually do it.
It makes me think of all those, I think it's 60s, 70s kind of music where you hear the people in the room, like literally, as in you just hear these background noises of people talking and dancing. And
Their
yeah,
seat makes a little noise, and
yeah, exactly. Like it creates a certain character in
Yeah,
the.
that old music, that's you can talk about it, but
Dinfluence asks, which track was it with the hey ho?
man, I'm actually not sure, but I think it was Blink.
Blink. Okay.
Blink. Oh, it's not in the final version. It was
also
in the live version.
Cairncroft
Hmm.
400 did it with Zombie Nation. I see Melodramatic talking
Yeah,
about it.
exactly.
They
Yeah.
very softly put, after the melody goes, they put Eindhoven, like Eindhoven. And it just, everybody always sings it, man. It's
Everybody
so
cheers it
soft.
along. Yeah. Eindhoven.
I do it.
Anyway,
I think this could become more worldwide. I think it's like in Holland. So if you play Zombie Nation, Eindhoven. Eindhoven is a city in Holland, and everybody in Holland, everybody, doesn't matter if you're from Amsterdam, it's always Eindhoven. Sometimes
no, it isn't.
it is always Eindhoven. And even if you're abroad, if I'm playing abroad, I once was in London, and I like there's always some Dutch people somewhere in the crowd. You can hear them if you turn off the filter.
Yeah.
So everybody, Eindhoven, make it a worldwide phenomenon. That if it's played like at Tomorrowland or something, Zombie Nation, Eindhoven
PSV will
would be
thank
cool.
you later. Yeah.
Would be cool.
Hey guys, is there anything to shill?
Dude, oh yeah, we had the debacle at first, but I saw, yeah, it's
We had a rough
so we
start.
have one. Let's do one more question, man.
I don't think there is another question. Let me
Say
see.
what now?
There's really not a lot of questions this week. Oh wait, there's a
Guys,
question from Martin Stevenson, but it's
hey,
an ADE question. How many USBs should I bring to ADE to give out to DJs? And a connected question, how many USBs do you usually receive every ADE from fellow producers?
I can I answer?
Yeah, sure. Do you think?
I think maybe don't bring USBs and focus on having just a link or something with music. And then if you talk to a DJ, hey, can I send you a DM
Like a QR code or something could
or a
also work,
QR
right?
code or something? Because I think USBs, like I've always received many USBs during ADE. To be honest, I can't check them all. And also there's this thing now, maybe I'm paranoid, but I never dare to put USBs anymore into my computer that
Yeah,
aren't mine.
that's another thing.
So it's like, yeah, it's I
And
think a
I
lot
don't
of DJs
even.
have this. I think Diplo even has a separate laptop just for checking demos.
Ah,
So
Maybe
good
you could
point.
have like a business card with a QR code that brings you
yeah,
directly to your SoundCloud. That
Yeah.
would work.
yeah, have some links ready. And like DM, and then if you talk to a DJ, just say, hey, I'm gonna DM you on Instagram. My name is this. A lot of times, if the DJ
That
is like
works.
that works, and the DJ, if they're like actually DJs, they will try to find you. They will try to find new music from unknown guys or semi-known guys. It's like, yeah, that's what
Yeah,
a
get on
good DJ should do.
SoundCloud, man. SoundCloud.
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 I want to shield two things from the community because Melodramatic's new track is coming out this Friday called "Lose My Mind," and Grey Max says that another project of his hit number 2 on Mainstage Hype and even cracked the Mainstage Top 100. So that's also amazing.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, so people are doing well.
Whoa,
I want to
dude.
shield that if you want my new book for free and receive it on the day of release, which is the 22nd of October.
Oh, actually, my girl wants to have your old book.
Oh, I'll give it to her.
Yeah.
And I'll give the new one as well. Like, get them
Sweet.
both. But if you want to pre-order my new book, it's free. You won't have to pay a single dime. I'll send it to you on release day.
Also not shipping?
And
Not shipping or anything?
yeah, if you want the hard copy,
Oh,
then
just digital. Okay.
yeah, the digital and the audiobook will be free. If you really want a hard copy, you can buy it through Amazon for like $5 or something. So it's not that expensive, but that's just to pay for the printing and the delivery. Oh, I don't make a single dime from it. But if you want it, you can go to artistcoaching.nl, and then there's at free downloads you can see Happy in a Boring Life. A hard way copy, yeah. Nice. Anything to shill?
There's another
No,
question.
I think it's cool. It's your time
Where?
to chill and shine.
It's a question.
Where?
DJ2 Bassjacker, why don't you like the DJ across the borders? Because inside the Dutch borders, you
Oh,
DJ.
damn, I'm on the loose, man.
Why don't you like the
Unplugged.
DJ?
Question
Across the
by
borders.
Now, I
I
just don't
didn't
like to
understand.
DJ within and outside of the borders.
Ralph is not the guy you want to see on stage.
Yeah, maybe
He's
you
better.
do, but
He's
yeah,
better for radio.
you have a
He's
radio
like,
face.
he will take
In the
the
Netherlands,
mic
we
and
say he has a face for radio.
he's like, he's on the mic like, listen to that 30 hertz. You can feel it in your stomach.
Yeah, exactly.
Put your hands up.
Guys,
I'm going to
thanks for
describe
listening.
what I did. Okay, everybody, sign now. Here it's where I add the.
You won't notice it, but there's a hey ho
Here the
stuck
hey ho,
under
here the
the
hey ho.
layer. So
Yeah,
maybe if
exactly.
you can start the hey and that side does
Yeah.
ho.
Anyway, guys,
Anywho,
thanks for checking in. Make sure to check out our Discord. It's in the description. Make sure to check out artistcoaching.nl for all the coaching services. And we will be back next week with another live stream, which hopefully goes without technical issues. So thanks everybody for tuning in again. See you all next week. Bye bye.